The Backyard Gardening Project, Episode 9, Herbs and Tips. Brought to you by The Garden Father and Don's Garden Shop. Located on East Platte Avenue in Colorado Springs, offering you soil mixes, mulches, rock, stone, statuary, fountains, and more. So come along for the journey. This is the Backyard Garden Project. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, listen, we're over here at Mike, Colleen, and Troy's house, and you can hear their little puppies in the back. They're eager, they want to get out and play. But you can see the garden beds are all constructed, and we have started to plant many things. Now let's take a quick tour to see just where we're at here. So Mike, show us the herbs that you're going to be planting here in and around the garden, and we'll look at those later. So just hold them up and we'll talk about them. Okay, Mike has two different types of herbs, or I'm sorry, two different types of mints. You know, we have a spearmint and a mojito mint. So he's going to find a nice spot. I think he's going to plant those, what, in containers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they don't spread too far. Okay, Mike has some parsley. Now this one is Italian or flat leaf. And Mike, show him the difference between that and the curled leaf parsley. So this is the more traditional parsley that a lot of us are familiar with, the curled leaf. But he's got both of them, and some people have a preference. So what else you got in that tray here ready to plant?
Lots of good stuff. Some rosemary.
Okay, this one is Tuscan Blue Rosemary. I started this one from a cutting. Very easy to do. Just make a cutting, put it in water on a sunny windowsill, and when it starts to root in the jar of water, then put it in some soil. So he should enjoy that. But this one is not cold hardy, so he's going to have to keep starts going inside in the winter. All right. All right, this one is Munstead Lavender, and it's a variety that I like. Very fragrant. You know, it has that typical traditional lavender smell, and of course when the flowers come out, they'll just be wonderfully lavender fragrant. And here we have some rustic arugula. Now this one is a perennial. Many of us are familiar with the annual arugula that you buy at the stores, but this one will actually come back year after year. Okay, Mike, he's got some Canada Red rhubarb there, and this is what he planted. I harvested some from my garden, but he should be able to be harvesting a few stalks like this year, and next year he should have enough to make some pies, muffins, and sauces. So it's one of our favorites.
Looks good.
Here's a look at what Mike has previously planted underneath the hail netting. Down in the lower portion are onions. Then under the burlap, he has some of the smaller seeds, such as spinach and that sort of thing. And underneath the jugs, cabbage and broccoli. In Mike and Colleen's hoop tunnel that has plastic sides to keep it a little warmer, and this of course is going to be where the tomatoes and peppers will be planted, we're getting some lettuces started. They're protected from the cold weather. Now let's take a look to see where they're going right now. You can see beautiful job on those. You know, in another 2 to 3 weeks, this family is going to be eating some fresh lettuce. Good job, Mike, and we'll be seeing you probably next week, where we'll get a few other things going. So
Thanks. See you then.
Happy gardening! Here are some parting tips for people with small gardens. So you have a small garden space and you want the most food for the space you have allotted. Well, it's very obvious to me, and maybe some others, that greens produce the highest amount of food value, nutritionally and otherwise, of any other thing you can grow. And I mean a diverse amount of greens, not just lettuces. You know, you can grow kale, Swiss chard, spinach, mustard greens. All of these have high nutritional value and can grow in such a small space. And remember, when you pick one of those, harvest one, plant another seed in its place, and you should have a harvest all the way throughout the season. Okay, well that's it, everybody. Happy gardening!